Now that we understand self, self is an expression of source. Nebuchadnezzar we call source. And self exists within this concept we call Ka. K-A. Ka can be explained as different things, but we're going to keep it as self-image. Your Ka is your vehicle of success. So the concept of self-awareness implies self functioning through this Ka, bringing about its own success. Here's where y'all fail, the way your magic gets obstructed. You think that you are creating the circumstances around you and bringing your own success. So when you say, I'm going to become a millionaire, you're doing that from a conscious reality. That's incorrect. That's killing your power, and that's an expression of poor self-awareness. The concept of self-awareness is the recognition that you as self are functioning through a vehicle. That vehicle is the one that's going out into the universe and making things happen for you. Give an example. Let's say if you get in your car, right, Taya, you drive to Target. I say, go to Target. All right, she gets to Target. She's fulfilled that. She's completed that, right? The Latin root of accomplishment is what? Completion, right? So let's say she goes to Target. She's completed it. Who's responsible for getting her to Target? Is it her? No, it's her car. Who's manipulating the car to get to Target? She is. Now imagine she existed in this car and actually thought that she was the car itself. How can you be the car and drive the car at the same time? You get what I'm saying? So that's what we mean by self-awareness. When you sit in your car, you recognize that what? You are a separate entity from your car, and you are manipulating your car to bring your success. That's what we mean by self-aware. You are self-aware that you're functioning through a power vehicle that is responsible for going out into the world and bringing your success into fruition. You have buttons. Everybody in here has their own individual car. You have buttons on your car that say, make me money. Hit that button, right? You're in your car, driving your car, right? It has all these dials on it, right? This button says, hit me, make me money. This button says, attract me a good relationship. This button says, heal my relationships. This button says, I'm going to influence my kids, right? You're not going to be able to manipulate these dials if you don't understand that you're driving a vehicle. So you have to understand that you are completely separate from the vehicle that you're functioning in. Now, some of y'all may disagree. All right, so Baba Rama, okay, let's say Herb makes his transition. Where are you, Herb? Your body's going to the earth. Okay, so what's next? What are you? Your spirit is energy, right? So what's next? What are you? You see, eventually, once you start going through these layers, you'll come to what? Ka. An expression of light and energy that has created this concept of self-image from which you exist in. Self cannot be added to it, cannot be subtracted from it, cannot be divided. It is functioning through a vehicle we call Ka. All you're doing is functioning within this vehicle to manipulate your success. You're not doing it yourself. That's the problem. That's why y'all fail, because y'all think y'all doing it. No, you're functioning within a Ka that is doing it for you, that is creating this magic for you. So self-awareness is that you're functioning through a vehicle. So if you're in a bad relationship, it's because you're not driving the vehicle correctly. If you're in a good relationship, it's because you're driving the vehicle correctly. If you don't have enough money, it's because you're not driving the vehicle correctly. When y'all come and get coaching for me, all I do is become your self-awareness genie. That's all I do. I have to step in your shoes now. Okay, this person is not self-aware, so guess what? Let me step in the vehicle and drive it for him. Okay, here we are talking to your boss. All right, well, no, you don't want to talk to him this way. Talk to him this way. Why? All I'm doing is manipulate the dials for you. But we suffer from lack of self-awareness, that you are driving the car. Imagine what would happen in a community by which they all were self-aware. No God awareness, self-awareness. Where everybody knew their vehicle. Everybody was manipulating their vehicle. you can see and understand how you can get to situations where building pyramids and things of that nature, the type of magical processes that the ancient Kamitions were able to do. Christians say that God punished ancient Egypt because they believed they were gods. They never believed they were gods. They had a great self-awareness. When you walked out of your day knowing that I'm manipulating things around me because I'm User. It is User that's doing this. Well, what happens through that process? I get better at User. You guys aren't, the problem is you guys aren't good at yourself. That's the problem. The earth will only reply to your self-image, to your Ka. That's what it's built for. Everything that's taking place in your life is built to respond to your self-image. And we're going to get into some great detail about that tomorrow. So let's talk about the 10%, 90% rule. 90% of your magical power comes from your Ka. 90% of your success happens through your vehicle. If I drive to Target, 90% of my success at getting to Target in my car is what? Based on what? My car. The 10% is what? The effort that I put in, right? The effort of what? Steering, braking, turning, hitting dials, doing whatever I need to do. That's only 10% of your success. 90% of your success is that Ka, that self-image, that vibration. That's 90% of your success. And if you don't have a strong self-awareness, you're not going to, the 90 is going to turn into what? Obstructed 90. You're not going to get your success because you are so ingrained into the vehicle that you don't recognize that you're actually opposite of the vehicle. You're different from the vehicle. So that way you can drive it and steer it and manipulate it for your success. Hey, Ari, go get me money. It'll go do it for you in its own way. Your life has been set up to be affected by your vibration. That's the beautiful thing about this, because the ultimate goal for success is not achieving anything, it's increasing your self-awareness. That's the purpose of it. When she made it to Target, it wasn't about getting to Target, even though she may go into Target and buy something from Target. It's about what? The increasement of her self-awareness through accomplishing that through her manipulation of the car. Now, I'm talking metaphorically. When you accomplish something, it's not about the accomplishment. It's about the process of you manipulate your Ka and the self-awareness you gain through that. That's why the source consciousness created the universe. So when you are making things happen in your life, you got to understand it's about the self-awareness. Everything that's in your life is there to be affected by you. So if you find yourself obstructed, you find yourself not being successful, you find yourself in a state of mental, discombobulation, it's simply because you're not understanding, you don't have any self-awareness. You're driving your car blind. Imagine if you close your eyes and just put a blindfold on and started driving your car. How many people? I think that's how the kids drive now, right? We got like Lakeshore Drive now become like there's deaths on Lakeshore Drive and crashes all the time now, right? But my point is that imagine if you're driving blind. You're just crashing into stuff and then you get mad because you crash. You running into people that, why are you in my way? Right? You run over your wife with your car, right? How many people ran over their spouse with their personality? I did. Many times. Right? Run right over it. But guess what? We get out the car, right? What are you doing? Why are you in the way? I was just drinking water. I don't care. Drink water somewhere else. Right? We do that all the time, right? Because you're driving blind, you just start running over people. I'm getting a divorce today. Wow, I just don't like it. I just don't. That's driving blind. Why are we in this situation? Why were you attractive to this person? Why are all these things taking place? Why does the universe keep sending you the same man? Why does the universe keep sending you the same women? Because your life was set up and engineered to bring you into a state of self-awareness. So therefore, your life is built to be impacted by your vibration. You are in a state of power in your vibration, in your vehicle. But you have to increase your self-awareness. And life is going to teach you. If you're going to continue to drive blind and crash your car and do all this other stuff, that's going to motivate you to get better at your self-awareness. You understand? And that's 90%. And guess what? If you're driving correctly, that's going to do all the work for you. right? Do you feel fatigued when you get to Target? Do you get out the car going, oh man, it felt like you jogged all the way over here? You get out pretty good, right? Because you didn't do anything. The vehicle did it for you. 10%. Let's talk about the 10%. So the 10% is what we call your Geb, your earth reading. Geb is defining your demands for effort. We talked about this in one of our classes. Your demand for effort. In the car situation, pushing the brakes, hitting the gas, turn the car, right? That's my effort. That's only 10%. That's a metaphor, right? In life, you're told to do something to get access to your power. In order for you to use the power of the car, you got to steer. You got to hit the gas. You got to be able to drive it, right? In order for you to get access to your car up in heaven, you got to do this. That this may be patience. That this may be poise. That this may be accommodation. You understand? That this may be sacrifice and love. Whatever that is your 10%. That is your effort. That is what's giving you access to the power. The car up in heaven is saying you got to be self-aware of how this vehicle works. You got a Maserati. A Maserati drives differently from a Corvette. You got to understand your vehicle and understand how to drive it, right? But on earth, it's saying this is your demand. This is the effort you got to put forth.